How do they come to you?
Hey Mounika, my name is Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IeltsPodcast.com. Thank you for getting involved with us on the course. Really good to have your first essays. Okay, so the first title here we've got, some people think schools have to be more entertaining, while others think their sole purpose is to educate. Which do you agree with? So use specific reasons and examples. Educational institutions are said to be the initial step for any individual to building their identity in the long run. Okay, said to be the initial step for any individual. Well, I wouldn't go necessarily individual, I'd go child, because we're talking individual would include everybody, for every child to build. So to build, not to building, just to build infinitive, their identity, as well as their academic,
How do you know him?
as well as
I know him through these.
their learning.
Hi Neville. Do you want a coffee, Neville?
I go learning journey.
Neville Chester.
Their learning journey. Here will be in the long run, but I think you need to be more specific, so I would add that instead. It is said by some that the only purpose of schools, here you don't need the article, it's schools in general, is to you'd have to take out that. Either use it as a verb to merely educate, but merely would suggest that education is not important. Merely is very slightly derogatory, kind of slightly negative connotation would work, while some argue that entertainment is quite essential for the holistic development of. Okay, so entertainment you need to put in here immediately, such as dance or painting. I mean, for example, you need to tell me what you mean there, because that's the most important word in the question for me, and I need to know that you understand that. Well, some argue that including entertainment is quite essential. Do you mean quite a little bit or totally essential for the holistic development? But otherwise, lovely. I believe schools should be involved with activities that should offer. They can't be involved with activities, that doesn't work. You can be involved with a person, but you can't be involved with an activity. So schools should include, or schools should offer, music activities rather than just solely education. Yep. Analyze both issues. Really nice. Well done. Good strong start there. I really like that. You've got some nice vocabulary and clear introduction. Well done. Firstly, now watch out here between firstly and on the other hand. So these two need to kind of match up. You can either have firstly, secondly, or because you're changing ideas, you could have on the one hand, on the other hand, yeah, or you have firstly and then you have however, something like that. Traditional education forms may cause student isolation, and even more, leading to several health-related issues for young adults. Traditional educational forms, why? Because of the pressure. So why is this happening? May cause student isolation, and even more, lead infinitive to. So may cause and may lead to several health. Okay, it is said that you don't need a comma there. You do need the constant long hours of study could lead to. So careful, we've had lead, or so let's not repeat that. Could trigger.
From what you've heard, what do you think?
Well, he sounds interesting.
Associated health problems,
is he actually
such as
real?
more pressure and the burden.
Well, I think so, because I had to look on eBay and
of aiming for high percentage
an autograph signature of his dating back from the 1960s for I think £50.
This is because schools and parents
Can you find out who's selling it and where they got it?
A huge burden. Watch out for articles. This is coming up quite a lot. On a toddler's mind. Now, we're not talking about toddlers, we're talking about schools. This is very much toddlers is like age 2, 3. This is talking about exams. It's higher level than that. So teenagers.
They all came from the same collection, which I picked up from
minds or on youngsters' minds, which cannot be tolerated by their age level. Okay, for example, students, in order to achieve high percentage grade, so a percentage isn't, you need a percentage something, tend to persist their entire time, tend to spend, we don't persist time, we spend time, their entire time in study, resulting in avoidance of other facets of life, good, leading to depression and frustration. Okay, therefore, if the purpose of traditional education is only to educate, hardly believes it.
Jason also asks me to ask Neville if he has any stuff of his own that he'd like to sell. I get in touch with a literary agent I know to ask if there'd be any interest in a book about
that the developmental skills are under deterioration and health status not to be undermined. This is fantastic. I love the start of that. I'm not sure where you're going on the finish of it.
As Neville Chambers, he turns out to have been one of America's
you'd have to say it could hardly be believed.
Pornographic films in the 1990s. What's more,
I think you really want to say that.
Film called Pornology in New York.
It should be understood that this should not be undermined. Maybe. I think that's just probably the wrong verb there, which is just making that a bit hard to understand. Okay, let's just go back to that paragraph. I absolutely see what you're saying about the danger and the trigger and everything else, but so which do you agree with? So you're saying that it should. So you're saying the pressure of exams is too much. Okay, make it very clear. Adults. Okay. I think in this paragraph it's a little bit repetitive. I think you're sort of saying the same thing here and then again there and a bit more here. Just maybe look back on that paragraph and see if you could tighten it a little bit for the coherence. Sometimes we don't want to repeat too much because it just makes it slower to read and that holds you up on your coherence. On the other hand, educational sectors should provide delightful activities for interpersonal development of their students. Yeah. This is because no common their physical participation in non-educational activities, plural, such as drama, sport and art, good, enhances cognitive skills of the individual, providing the opportunity to interact with their peers, and as a result, helps them to comprehend their strengths and weaknesses. Excellent writing, love that, that's really, really strong, well done. Illustrate. See, this is much clearer than this one. Instantly, I know what you're saying. Yeah, so compare this to the little bit of round in a circle here. Recent studies state that teenagers who participate in sports or other activities excel in academics and social life as compared to formal educational style or academies or something, or students or pupils. Consequently, schools should implement new ways of teaching methodology as a way of delivering interesting
about any rock memorabilia he might have.
Stimulating. Don't forget adjectives.
He kept in 1968 while he was on tour with Jimi Hendrix.
Teaching quality methods with the involvement of amusing activities. Okay. Amusing activities, and I think you had that somewhere else. Amusing activities.
She has the very first original Who
bass
drum head,
but good. That's
which
a really
has
clear
the original
paragraph. Well
Who
done. Nicely constructed. To conclude, and then just a little comment here, I firmly agree that all levels of education institutions should be providing peaceful and enjoyable activity. Should be providing physical activities which you can't have another verb here, you need which are perfectly acceptable, rather than the idealistic beliefs of I wouldn't go I'd go more traditional forms of education in the future. Yeah, good, very nice. It's a nice answer. I can see lots of really positive things in here. Good vocabulary. Don't forget the adjectives. And I like the way you've constructed the examples. You've done well. Good. So
I've no idea how much the drumhead is.
nowadays, a
worth,
few
but
people take
I
their family
discovered there's
abroad
a
on a
similar
business
one,
trip.
went for
Okay,
£38,000 at auction
this
last year.
is not
The
normally
literary agent gets back to me and
the
says that Neville probably
second
isn't
essay.
famous enough to warrant a biography, but maybe
Okay,
a radio program
but
would make
let's
him
do
so.
this
I go to see Neville at his
now,
little
and then I'll
council
just check
house
if I
near
got
the
that right.
reuse centre. We sit in the back garden.
Talk about things.
So, I mean, you've just gone back and checked, and
Later,
the
the next
second
piece would
essay
come.
you should be
So
doing now is
I was
this one here.
hearing Sergeant
Okay,
Pepper 3
this
months
one,
before it was put
people
together
taking their family abroad, is
and
essay number
released.
7.
I
It
have
is important
hours
to
of
do
the
them in
stuff
the
on
right
tape
order,
about
and
Bryant's
that's to
own
do with
suicide,
the
if it was
lessons
suicide,
that you're covering
about
on the
how
course,
Neville got
so that
girls
you kind of
pregnant and
build
got some of the top
every
names
time
in rock
as you
to
go
take
along.
financial responsibility.
So
All that
unless I've
stuff.
got this completely wrong,
Eventually,
and
Neville
I've just
left show
checked,
business
normally
and
this
ended
is the
up running
second
a
essay title,
successful furniture
so you send me
restoration
this
company.
one as well,
The
and
downside
then
of
after
which he
that
got
we do
himself into
1
some
task 1, 1
serious
task 2,
legal
1
trouble.
task 1, 1
By
task 2, and
1990,
I'll send them to you each
I
time.
fell out with the Inland Revenue.
So if you could, let's
There
hold
were
this,
few
okay?
mistakes made
But if you could do that one for me
when
and
I
send that
started
in,
the business,
I will correct it, and then we'll
and
be
nobody
on track,
realised, and so I
okay?
just
So
kept
doing an
those
enjoyable
mistakes.
activity with a
And
child
the
can
fact
develop
that
better
Year on
skills
year, you
and
are
more
paying
creativity
less
than
than you should
reading.
have done.
To what extent you agree,
Considerably.
use
Have
reasons
they
and
found out?
specific examples to
In the end, yeah.
explain
How
your
much did you
answer.
owe?
Okay, doing an enjoyable activity with a child.
It was
Okay, good luck with that one, but a very good
overran.
start. Well done.